What up, well, it's your boy Lee. Some new information just dropped on the Shanquella incident that occurred on October 29th of this year in Cabo. She was one of six that went down to kick it in Cabo and ended up passing. But the circumstances around her passing is the controversy and a mystery, because we would never really truly know what really happened, because she is the victim and she's no longer here. She was supposed to been rumored to get all six, and it was rumored to get a PPP loan, and she was the only one who actually used that money for the right thing and grew her business. Like, she was close to $1 million in net worth. She opened a business, Exquisite Babies, where she was a hairstylist, and she also sold bundles. I'm not really knowledgeable in that game, but ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, she was the only one that used that PPP loan to actually do the right thing, and she grew a business. And I mean, that could have caused a little jealousy and hatred there too. We really don't know how another motherfucker might feel about us, but But this right here is a lawyer, Loaf. Man, I don't want to check up her name. I can't really see it. But she dropped some information out because they released a police report today or something. So let's check out and see what she has to say.
There's some new information in the Shanquella Robinson case. The Charlotte Observer was able to obtain a copy of the police report from Mexico, which differed pretty drastically from the death certificate. According to the death certificate, Shanquella died 15 minutes after her injury. That's not the case. They also failed to note any signs of obvious injury, which her parents both noted were present. Winter Donovan, one of the Cabo Six, called for medical personnel at 2:13. When the doctor arrived an hour later, she was told that Shanquella had had too much to drink and was inebriated and probably needed an IV. The doctor found stable vital signs and tried to give her an IV with fluids, but Shanquella was always unresponsive and she could not get the IV in. The doctor told these friends that she needed to go to the hospital, but the friends refused, asking her to treat her only in the room. The doctor, remember, was only told that she was intoxicated, so she continued to try and treat her in the room with an IV, but was unsuccessful. Her vital signs were stable until they weren't. Her blood pressure started dropping, her oxygen stats started dropping, and the doctor began performing CPR. At that time, Winter Donovan then called the ambulance. EMTs arrived and gave her 14 rounds of CPR, 5 doses of adrenaline, and 6 electrical shocks, but they were unable to revive her. She was declared dead at 5:57. That's hours after her initial injury. Her cause of death, as you know, was listed as severe spinal cord injury, broken neck. So almost as infuriating as watching the guy film and not step in to help Shanquella is the fact that these 6 gave the doctor bad information on what her injuries were, which prevented the doctor from giving her adequate care. Now, could she have lived had they transported her to a hospital with the proper neck precautions? I don't know, but I'd certainly say it was a chance. This is Dejanay Jackson. This is the woman who was in the fight with Shanquella. At the end of this video, I'm going to flash up some of the screenshots from her Instagram account where she decides that she's innocent and she wants to give her side of the story. But I can't find the screenshot. I found it last night, but I can't find the screenshot. But she indicated that she was not going to give her story unless she was paid for it. Classy. 2 other things that are pretty important to know. When they found Shanquella, she was allegedly clothed in her pajamas. So they took her body and put her pajamas on her, probably injuring her more in the process. And also, the FBI has given permission to extradite these 6 back to Mexico should Mexico decide to press charges. Let's go, Mexico. Here are the screenshots from Dejanay Jackson's Instagram account.
You all are sick individuals. Y'all can pause that and read through those. Lawyer Lori. Just shout out Lawyer Lori for the information and stuff.
Part 2 of us looking at this police report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beatty, aka your medical bestie.
So she's basically going to break down the actual medical terminology of the injury.
Very close to home. I see a lot of information and misinformation out here on social media that says that the autopsy report and the police report contradict themselves in the cause of her death. But I want to give you a perspective from the medical lens and show you how actually these reports give a more clear and precise understanding of her death and what led up to her death. So the autopsy report was the first thing released, and the official cause of death was subluxation of her cervical vertebra and spinal cord injury. So that means her bones of her neck were fractured, and her spinal cord, the nerves that run through that column of neck bones, was damaged as well. When the cervical vertebra is fractured in a patient, that leads to the spinal cord nerves not being protected. The spinal cord nerves are so important because they give you connection from our central nervous system, our brain stem, to the rest of the body. Usually when someone has a cervical bone fracture, you are supposed to stabilize and immobilize the neck so that they aren't moving their neck left and right, up and down. Because if they do move their neck more, they can further damage the spinal cord, those nerves that are so essential to the functioning of our body.
Paralyzed.
This did not happen in Shanquella Robinson's case. So the timeline comes out. It shows that the physician was called. The physician came out. She was altered a little bit mentally, but her vital signs were stable. The physician asked for the friends to take her to the hospital. They declined. Several hours go by, and she declines even more. She declines to the point where they have to call another physician out. And at that time, when the physician comes, Shanquella Robinson has gone into cardiopulmonary arrest. Her heart's not beating. She's not breathing. They have to give her CPR in order to help revive her. But this does not work. So she ultimately dies. And again, this could have been due to her initial injuries. If you fracture the cervical vertebra and damage the spinal cord high up enough, you can stop someone from breathing and someone's heart from beating in the proper way. So this story is clear to me, but once again.
So from my understanding that it was somebody supposedly had choked her too. So, I don't know. One of the girls that ran up behind and choked her. Man, who? No telling who telling the fucking truth in this shit. Now this is an update from Yahoo News. Shanquella Robinson, arrest warrant issued for friend of American who died on vacation in Mexico. They should have put fucking so-called friend. But that's fucking good. Mexican prosecutors issued an arrest warrant for a suspect in the murder of 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson, an American who was killed while on vacation. It's about 2 Americans, the victim, the culprit, prosecutor said. Death certificate obtained by the independent revealed that she died from a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. It made no mention of alcohol poisoning. We're fine. In roughly 20 seconds. I'm describing the fight right here. The FBI confirmed last week that it launched an investigation. I'm told by ABC that the warrant has been issued an investigation to his death. She responded. I can't wait for justice to be served. Man, that shit crazy. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. She was talented too. I checked out her Exquisite Babies her business. She can whip up some hair now. She was cold. It's like that crabs in the barrel mentality, man. At these cats, they see one person doing better than they and doing better than them. Damn, I can't talk worth shit, and they can't fucking take it. Jealousy and shit. That's what's wrong with the hood, man. They're too fucking jealous with each other. Now this girl done built the brand using her talents. Get knocked out from some hate and shit. Get jumped. Why you supposed to be on vacation? Then if you done paid for the vacation, there's a rumor that she paid for the damn room, and they stole $10,000 from her. Who knows if that's truth or not? But if it is, that's some bogus ass shit. That ain't shit but a fucking jealous ass hater. Man. No, man. As soon as I find out some more information, man, I will let the world know. I'm gonna try my best to fact check everything. If I ain't fact checking it, and I don't know for sure, I'm not putting shit out. I'm not trying to be one of those. Shit. Y'all, man, support the page. Just subscribe to me, man. Support the page. See y'all on the next one.